had the facilities make sure they set up the table for Patty to make it easier for you, Patty. The table makes it easier for George? Okay. Good evening. We have public speak out tonight, and I just want to send regrets from Janalee Vergara, our student representative. She's under the weather. We hope you're feeling better, Janalee, and we look forward to seeing you shortly. And I don't know if Attorney Peter Murphy, and we're glad, Murphy, you're feeling better and recovering. He might be coming on Zoom. If not, he sends his regret. We're going to go, we have about 7 speakers this evening, and Destiny Cartnega has an interview to go to, so that's fantastic. So we're going to go, she's going to lead off for us. Destiny, if you can come on down. And good luck in your interview.
Thank you. My name is Destiny, and I'm an organizer with PVP. For so long, we've asked for a new process and student voice to be a part of it. Some of you have been great supporters of student voice. Others of you have never truly supported us. It's time to make that change and take those steps forward. As students of SPS, we know what we need and want most in our schools and in a superintendent. We know we want a superintendent who can understand us and help us grow. But without our input, how is that guaranteed? On top of all of this lack of care, we now know of Dominic Sarno's apparent knowledge of some of the candidates after stating one of them as a relative of Josiah. This process has been rigged from the beginning, and we've been consistently lied to. With all of this being said, it makes the most sense to start this entire process from scratch with students to truly be a part of it. By not restarting this process over, you portray yourselves as uncaring of the people in Springfield and uncaring of the students you are meant to serve. Do the right thing and start from the bottom to find the best fit superintendent that will help students and SPS schools as a whole grow.
Thank you, Destiny. Good luck in your interview, too. Rhonda Hall Reynolds, please. And those great glasses, too.
Hello, everyone. Again, I applaud all of our young people who stand up continually, week after week, and have the same plea. And I'm hoping that we all listen. But I really came here to kind of tell a story, just a little story, of how, Dr. Warwick, how I became one of the people who admires you. So I used to work at SAFE Elementary, and you know, sometimes we make contracts and they're not really good. And we had a corporation that was due to clean our floors, and they did a horrible job, and we were not ready for school that year. You came in your shorts with, I believe his name was Mike Rogers, who is not here any longer, right? And you came in your shorts, and he came in his shorts, and you didn't come with cameras, you just showed up for our babies. And every time I talk about you, I tell that story. Because you showed up for our babies, and you didn't have to. It was the weekend, it was Labor Day weekend, but y'all, you made sure that we were there and we were ready. And that takes courage to take yourselves out of you and do things for our babies. And so I just ask, and Mayor Sarno, you guys helped for us to make hands-only CPR a graduation requirement for our babies and for our city, so we can do other things to make our city stronger and our students stronger. And so I just ask, once again, I've stood up here every time, and I just ask once again that you stand together and you start this process over and you make it where we trust you like I trusted you then. And I want your legacy, because you're leaving soon, to be one that you said, I'm going to stand up one more time for our babies. I'm going to make sure that that happens for our kids. We're going to start this process over, and we're going to make sure that everybody feels included. And so I just stand here again saying, please, please do the right thing and start over, because there's no rush. And these are our kids, and they deserve it. So thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Reynolds. Davion Pagan. Davion Pagan.
Over the past few weeks, the cracks in this process have been revealed. No students applied due to failed outreach, and when school committee members tried to add students and put it on the agenda, they were met with opposition from the mayor and current superintendent. Now, 3 weeks later, they want to add students when the process is almost 2 months in. You know, it's funny, Mr. Collins, when you're against students being on the committee 1 week and the next you're for it. If you want to be a true champion for students, you'd be consistent, transparent, and honest with them. Just a week ago, Mayor Sarno exposed that he knew a candidate, knew that they did not make the cut, and knew that they were Josiah Gonzalez's family member. As the mayor of this city, you undermined public confidence, breached the confidentiality of the candidates, and made it unfair to those who applied for this position. This is why we must restart this process and continue it into the summer. Students, teachers, parents, and taxpayers of this community have felt from the start that this process has been rushed. There's absolutely no reason that this process should go on when the members of this community have lost faith in the system. We need to do what's right for the students, teachers, and community and restart this process.
Thank you, Davion. Naomi Edwards, please. Ms. Edwards.
Hi, good afternoon. My name is Naomi Edwards, and I'm a junior at Springfield Honors Academy. And today I'd like to speak on the current progress of the superintendent search. First, I'd like to acknowledge my appreciation for efforts made in creating the screening committee, and choosing to involve community members in this process would hopefully be of benefit. However, I've noticed some shortcomings in outreach and student recruitment for this committee. There was not a sufficient amount of communication on the SPS part in letting students know that they can be a part of this superintendent search. Posting about this matter on social media and a website that's almost never visited by students doesn't cut it. Secondly, Chris Collins, you mentioned that at state and city level, students have always been a part of screening committees. The fact that this process was started without any students is concerning. There are also people on the screening committee that hold false titles, and almost everyone is directly affiliated with Springfield Public Schools. Lastly, Mayor Sarno, at your press conference last week, you revealed that you knew the names of candidates who applied, and according to the previous decision of making this an independent external search, this is a breach of confidentiality. Only the attorney should have known this information. To reiterate, the superintendent is the highest paid employee in Springfield. Sticking to an agenda should be the least of our concerns, and hiring someone who will do their job right and is hired free of bias is a priority for the community. I'd like this entire process to be restarted, because from a distance, everything seems okay with the screening committee, with the input meetings, but after looking at this process closely, there are way too many inconsistencies to continue it. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Don Rogers, and that was a nice compliment given to your late husband, former school committee member, Mike Rogers. Honored also.
Thank you.
By Ms. Reynolds. Thank you. Don?
Hello, my name is Dawn Rogers, and I'm here with my real estate associate, Maria D'Angelantonio. We are both retired Springfield Public School employees who started our careers with then Superintendent Dr. John Deedy. We stand before you as lifelong Springfield residents and realtors who are very interested in the Springfield Public Schools and the city as a whole. A school committee that is viewed by the public and prospective applicants as contentious, self-serving, or divided creates a negative view of the entire school system and, frankly, the city of Springfield. We can attest to this. As realtors, we have had clients say, we would never move to East Hampton, or we would never move to Southwick, and this is based on recent controversies involving their school committees. Stopping the process at this juncture makes this committee and school system appear dysfunctional. Schools are a key factor in people choosing where to purchase or rent a home. According to the Multiple Listing Service, between the years of 2020 to 2024, the average sale price of a single-family home in Springfield increased from $180,000 to $276,000. Multifamilies increased from $237,000 to $361,000. Condos increased from $103,000 to $199,000. In an article published by the National Association of Realtors entitled Public Schools and the Realtor, regardless of whether buyers have children, they care about the reputation of schools because they know that schools directly affect a community's vitality as well as its property values. It is no surprise when a prospective home buyer is interested in a home, one of their first questions is, how are the schools? Springfield Public Schools exist to create opportunities for our students, which creates future prosperity. Real estate values that continue to trend upwards help to create generational wealth. I believe anyone elected to serve on this committee or who cares enough to be in this room tonight realizes the importance of who our next superintendent will be. The reality and perception of effective leadership will affect the quality of candidates not only for the superintendent position, but all positions. Even worse, quality candidates who have already applied will not want to reapply for the superintendent position after applying in good faith. In summation, we encourage you to continue forward and not stop the process of the superintendent search that was approved by and voted on lawfully by this committee. Thank you.
Thank you, Don. Ryan Kelly, Principal Kelly, does a great job at Conservatory of the Arts.
Thank you. I'm here tonight to ask you to keep the high standards that you set for the new superintendent and to ask that you add 2 students to the review committee. I served on the Long Meadow School Committee a few years ago at a time when there were some crowded meetings that made the news, and I can appreciate the challenge of trusting the process you've created. As a principal in this district, my request is that you select the most qualified candidate for this job. Sitting in that chair is not easy, and we need you to select someone who is ready on day one. You have set a high bar for qualifying for this position, and I appreciate that. I need to know that my boss has been there and done that when I ask for advice or guidance. Someone with a proven track record of success in urban education who can make difficult decisions on behalf of our students and staff, a person that we can trust. I've worked in multiple districts in the area, and I can assure you that the superintendent of Springfield is the most complex, challenging, and important education job in Western Mass. I ask again that you maintain the high bar that you set, add 2 students to the review committee, and you keep this process moving forward. Thank you.
Principal Kelly. The last speaker will be Kevin Lalim, a principal of high school in science technology, who's done a tremendous turnaround there. Kevin?
Want to make sure I'm doing this right. Can everybody hear me? All right. Thank you and good evening, everyone. I appreciate the opportunity to speak out as it relates to the superintendent search and I guess leadership in general. I don't think I would be doing my job very well if I didn't take the opportunity to share out as someone who has invested 19 years in the Springfield Public School system as a teacher, assistant principal, and for the last 10 years as a building principal at both the middle and high school levels. I am of the opinion that what should be at the center of all conversations related to the superintendent search is qualifications. We need to make sure that we select the most qualified candidate based on the qualifications outlined in the approved posting because our students, parents, teachers, counselors, administrators, paraprofessionals, custodians, nurses, therapists, security guards, vendors, and community agencies deserve the most qualified candidate. Our students deserve the best. As educators, which we all are, But more importantly, as role models, we need to collectively and collaboratively work together on this because our students are watching, our parents are watching. We need to do right by them. Our next superintendent needs to be someone who champions our students and who values the perspective and insight of our parents. Our next superintendent needs to be someone who is skilled in embracing adversity and has the ability to gracefully respond to those challenges as it relates to what is best for our students. As a principal, and I'm speaking for myself, but would like to think my colleagues would agree that our next superintendent needs to be someone who has experience, insight, and perspective on what it is we deal with at the building level, and we need to have someone who could support us as we continue to grow as leaders ourselves. With that said, what is critical to this layer of support is for the next superintendent to be selected before July 1. Therefore, remaining steadfast in the selection process is necessary. I am proud to be a contributing member of the Springfield Public School System. I am proud to be a resident of the great city of Springfield, and as someone who will soon be a Springfield Public School parent, I want the next superintendent to be the most experienced and the most qualified candidate who, like me, is forever committed to the success of the students of Springfield. My only ask is that we all make the concerted efforts that are required to get on the same page and do what is best for our students, parents, teachers, counselors, administrators, paraprofessionals, custodians, nurses, therapists, security guards, vendors, and community agencies. Thank you. I appreciate your time, and have a wonderful evening.
Thank you, Principal Lee. That concludes the public speak out. That concludes the public speak out. You're more than willing to stay. We'll start our regularly scheduled meeting at 6:30. Thank you very, very much. You got to stick with it then. You can't, I know they got that big offensive lineman too. Okay, ready? Good evening. We'll call the meeting to order. Madam Clerk. Thank you very much. Madam Clerk, we'll call the meeting to order. If you could please call the roll.
Ms. Monroe-Naylor? Mr. Collins?
Here.
Ms. Gresham? Present. Ms. Hurst? Attorney Murphy?
Attorney
Present.
Murphy is going to try to join us on Zoom. We're glad that Attorney
I'm
Murphy...
here.
Oh, all right, Murph.
I'm here, guys.
Good to have it. I'm glad you're feeling better, too.
Thank you. Thank you so much for all you guys' help. And I just got out of the hospital today. So I'm
Thanks,
feeling
Murph.
good.
Attorney
thank
Murphy, present.
Thanks for your patience with me, and I hope to be back soon.
Thanks,
In-
Murph.
Mr. Gonzalez?
Here.
Mayor Sarno?
Yes, present. And also, let me just send the regrets. Janalee Vergara, who's our student representative, is a little bit under the weather, so she sends her regrets. Will please rise for a moment of silence and the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you very much.
Point of order, Mr. Mayor.
Mr. Gonzalez.
Thank you. I ask, Mr. Chairman, that you're patient with me as I make my point of order with respect to the rules of this body and the laws that govern this state. As I look at the agenda this evening, it perplexes me that given the amount of public outreach that we've received, both written, in person the past couple of weeks, it perplexes me that there is nothing on here that reflects an opportunity to have a robust debate surrounding the matter that is so important to the community, the superintendent search. Now, I reference the law because it is a point of order, and I have to have some parliamentarian and/or legal point that I'm trying to make. Mass General Law, the open meeting law, calls for us to add items to the agenda that we reasonably anticipate will be debated and discussed. Again, this evening's agenda doesn't have anything that would allow me, and perhaps others that are interested, to be responsive to our constituents. That's the first piece of this. The second piece is the rules of our body, Robert's rules, as it relates to decorum. I was absolutely disheartened that this very room was used 2 weeks ago for a press conference to chastise the majority of this body, to name call, including myself, petulant, childish, to call me a cheater, to call me that I'm trying to taint this system. The rules that we voted on, that we vote on in our organizational meeting, says that we should not name call, says that we should not refer to each other in this manner, and I'm absolutely appalled that that happened. Two things. We need an agenda that's representative of the democracy, both locally, on the state level, and in our country. Second of all, you owe all of us a public apology for the lack of decorum that you showed when you insulted us. Thank you.
Thank you, Vice Chair Gonzalez. Vice Chair Gonzalez, again, and we said this at the press conference, Attorney Phelps, is it okay if I comment on this? Because I allowed him a little latitude with the order.
So I can respond only that a point of order allows the chair to rule on it.
That's
But
right.
I could not comment with regards, I would not be able to comment with anything with regards to the superintendent's search, as This body has made it clear that, and has hired outside counsel to give it advice regarding it. So in that capacity and respecting the wishes of the body, I could not comment on anything or provide legal advice.
Thank you. So as chairman, let me clarify once again that the school committee cut out our own legal counsel, professionalism, integrity, and well knowledge on it, so she can't even comment on legal matters here. But just for the record pertaining to Vice Chair Gonzalez, none of us know who the finalists are. Finalists self-disclosed. The North End, down in the North End area, committee members and community leaders indicated to me who was a finalist and a relationship with Josiah Gonzalez, period. Others self-disclosed themselves, the review committee members. That's the fact. That's the fact. On the youth representation, Mr. Collins, who chairs the ad hoc committee, in which I appointed Vice Chair Gonzalez and Ms. Gresham to it, held a meeting in which ad hoc members did not show up. Subsequently, he held a second meeting in which we were looking to put on a student representative, probably one from our represents our school advisory committee, to pool themselves to come on there. They tabled it. They tabled it. So none of us have seen who the finalists are. None of us have seen who's applied. And also for them to put across, we want the best superintendent for our children, no matter what creed, color, or background, near or far. For them to put across that they want to lower the standards, the minimum qualifications that this body voted on, to send to the review committee, which we picked, to say we want to look at everyone, opens us up to tremendous litigation and sends a terrible message, as you have seen in other school districts across Western Mass and Massachusetts. That is the fact. Those are the facts. People are entitled to their opinion, but those are the facts. At this point in time, we have teachers that are here. I allowed Mr. Gonzalez to speak. We're going to move forward now, move forward with the teachers on our agenda.
Mr. Mayor.
We're going to move forward with our agenda.
Point of order stipulates that speaking stops. Ms. Hurst has the floor, Mr. Chairman.
Mr.
Attorney Phelps, can you clarify?
If you read Robert's Rules of Order, you can't make a motion until you're recognized by the chair.
Point of order, all speaking stops.
Okay.
Do not use your expertise parliamentarily to suppress the majority's voice in this body.
Attorney Phelps, as we try to keep the quorum here, could you please rule? I allowed him to speak. We said a piece. Now it's time to move forward with our agenda, as they didn't show up to the last meeting, and our agenda is jam-packed now, please.
I understand that Mr. Gonzalez had a point of order, which went beyond a procedural matter, but he spoke. I understood and I heard, but I could be corrected, that Ms. Hurst was asking to be recognized. I did not hear her say point of order. That would be the distinction.
Thank you.
I did ask to be recognized, and then I said point of
We'll now move with the indulgence of the
I apologize, Ms. Hurst. You know, the acoustics are terrible here.
It's okay,
but
no, not a problem. But point of order. May I say something once I say point of order?
With regards to a point of order, if in fact, as you've indicated, you said that, then it stops the conversation for you to comment on a procedural matter. It's not an opportunity to go beyond that.
I understand. Would a procedural matter include the agenda?
Well, there is nothing procedural right in front of you except for recognizing the teachers who have been waiting, and the other items. So you'd have to be very careful because we're not in any agenda item right now.
And so I think my procedural item is to recognize that what the bigger issue has been to get an item on the agenda so that this body can have a discussion. and a discussion based on what we have heard from the folks that are here today and who have been attending the meetings, those who have reached out to us by way of email and phone calls. And so I think that I'm happy to move on, but Mayor, I would like for you to publicly commit that you're going to put this on the agenda so the committee can have a conversation.
Thank you, Ms. Hurst. You've already been ruled by the attorney, your attorney, because you decided Attorney Melinda Phelps was not good enough for this process. Mary Jo Kennedy has put a ruling out that this opens us up to tremendous litigation. So we're moving forward with this search at this point in
But
time.
that doesn't preclude us from having a conversation. And as you've said several times in your infamous
We've had
words,
public
put it on
conversations,
the
you've had
agenda
ad hoc
and let us vote it
conversations,
up or
you've
down.
had community conversations on this. We're moving forward on it. We're going to now move to
Mr. Mayor,
Ms. Gresham.
thank you.
And my apologies to the teachers. This is your night tonight.
The ad hoc meeting that I wasn't at was notified, a written notice that I was not going to attend.
That's right.
And Mr. Collins knew that because he was on the same list of reminding the secretary that I would not be in attendance on that ad hoc committee. Correct, Mr. Collins? Did you see that I said I would not be there?
I did see a text
All
that
right,
said you wouldn't.
all right. So whenever there is not a quorum, that meeting is canceled, correct?
No.
Yes.
When there's not a quorum present in the room, the meeting would cancel.
Well, in the past, whenever we say we're not going to be there and it's not a quorum, that meeting is canceled, and you know that. You know that, Mr. Collins.
I know rules of order very well, and I
And I'm
follow
not
rules of
questioning
order.
the rule of
very-
order.
Well, that's what a body goes by.
Well, you knew that I was not going to be at that meeting.
And
And also, Mr. Gonzalez responded to the reminder.
I did.
And if I might make a point of order, Ms., I'm not going to discuss a topic. A point of order is only used to question the items before
the agenda.
the body. That's what, misusing a point of order to give speeches, that's not, a point of order is about what's in front of the body. This agenda is what's in front of the body. That's the proper use of a point of order.
My point
Anything
of
else is
order
fine.
was responding to what Mr. Mayor said.
I know. Okay, thank you very much on that. As with the regular school committee meeting, we had a scheduled school committee meeting. We had to call that meeting to order. And at that point in time, you had to call, because there was no quorum, the meeting could not go forward, because technically we were listed to have a school committee meeting. Thank you for the discussion. We're going to now move with the
Excuse me,
indulgence of the
Mr. Mayor,
school committee.
point of order.
Informational discussions to bring out the 2024
Excuse me, Mr. Mayor,
Pioneer
point
Valley
of order.
Excellence Teaching. You know, Attorney Phelps, can you rule on this point of order here, please? Because this is not anything that is on the agenda whatsoever.
I asked for a point of order, so I expect to be able to speak. So there needs to be no clarification on that. On Monday, we had a legislative and contracts meeting that was discussing our procedures and our policies, as well as the open meeting law, and as well as how we are allowed to get items on the agenda. So my point of order is because we are out of order. And the fact that the procedurally, the way that the school committee has brought agenda items to the full body has been through the ad hoc committee or the subcommittee. Whenever a school committee body has voted on something and it was changed in the ad hoc committee meeting, which was nominating committee was supposed to be able to screen, or excuse me, the screening committee was supposed to be able to screen all of the applicants. That was changed in the ad hoc committee where the attorney was then allowed to screen. So when that happened and two of the members in the subcommittee asked for that item to be put on the agenda, The subcommittee chair, the ad hoc committee chair, Mr. Collins, did not put it on. He said no. So Vice Chair Collins did what we always do. The vice chair is supposed to work with the superintendent to put items on the agenda. He asked for those items to be put on the agenda. He was told no. When you look at the Roberts Rules of Order, and based on our conversation on Monday, it was very apparent from our attorney, who was able to comment on the open meeting law and our policy, that should we have requested by majority to have an item put on the agenda, it should have been. It was not. Then when the majority of the body requested that the items be put on a full committee meeting, it was not. And the fact that it was something we all voted on that was overturned in the process, we have a right to have that conversation and have the meeting on the agenda. The Roberts Rules and open meeting law also says that if we have a request for an item to be put on the agenda, and it is reasonably expected that that item would be discussed at the agenda, that the chair should, not according to their own specific interests, their own desire, or what they want to do, they are supposed to work on behalf of the body, and what the majority of the body is asking for is the same thing that our constituents in this room is asking for: transparency and clarity. And if we can have a conversation, we can get the facts in the rules, not according to one person's opinion of what the facts are. Secondarily, we do not deserve to be disrespected, lied on, or slandered, or name-called. So if we want to talk about decorum, then that is not appropriate. We teach our kids not to name-call. Why would we as adults think it is okay to name-call? So for the chair of this body to name call and slander members of this committee without facts or proof based on hearsay, it's absolutely atrocious, embarrassing, and appalling. And we deserve a public apology for that.
We're gonna move
And these
forward.
items
Teachers,
belong on
but-
the agenda that
Okay,
we have requested.
Once again, through your attorney that you requested, independent attorney Mary Jo Kennedy, and Glenn Kuchar of the Mass Association of School Committees, it indicated to Mr. Collins on that request that if you're going to get a legal opinion because you open yourselves up to litigation, because you had qualifications listed, you put a process forward, and that brings people saying that they're not qualified, that all of a sudden can be in that room, and it's going to open up litigation, not only to them, for other people that didn't apply, but also for the finalists on it. We were told by the attorney that you picked, and Glenn Kuchar, who's a Mass Association of School Committee members that you picked, to say, you better get a legal opinion, which we did, stated you cannot move forward with that. You're going to open yourself up to a tremendous amount of litigation. We're following the letter of the law on it. And again, with all of us, my members, we want the best superintendent, no matter what creed, color, background, from near or far. And to try to lower expectations, to lower qualifications, to do what we stated is the facts moving forward. So we've had a discussion on this now. It's taken away from our agenda. With the indulgence of the school committee, we're now going to move forward to honor our teachers, the 2024 Valley Excellence in Teaching Awards, with the indulgence of the school committee, then we'll go back to the agenda.
Mr. Mayor?
Vice Chair Gonzalez.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. With respect to the teachers, the awardees this evening, I'd like to say that I want to thank each and every one of you for your efforts. Unfortunately, I cannot proceed with an agenda that is not reflective of democracy. I cannot proceed with a mayor that has refused to put items on the agenda. Therefore, congratulations. My wife is an educator. You guys do amazing work. God bless you all. This is not against you. You deserve this evening to be celebrated, but I simply cannot proceed. I exhort others. I don't know how they can sit here, other people, and proceed with an agenda that is not reflective of the desires of the people.
Mayor, this is a democracy, and you can't decide what you want on the agenda.
Tell them the fact. Tell them the fact.
That congratulations to the teachers. We've tried twice to get items on the agenda, and Mr. Mayor refused, and also the superintendent refused. You know, we do have candidates that's in the finalist, and we would like to give them an opportunity to, when the steering committee bring forth those finalists, we would like to give them the opportunity to come to us and we review them, but Mr. Mayor would not put those items on the agenda.
Once again, Ms. Gresham, how many times do I have to say it? Legal counsel was requested because no, I'm talking about the facts now. The facts is on. Legal counsel, legal counsel, legal counsel. Legal counsel, legalize, okay, that's good too. For legal counsel indicated get their attorney, the attorney that the school committee, the people that just walked out right now, got rid of our highly respected attorney to bring in their own independent attorney, and the Mass Association of School Committee, Glenn Kuchar, well respected, done these searches left and right, indicate. This is what the school committee picked. Get a legal,
Mr. Mayor, we don't
get a legal, I want to just finish this, Chris. Get a legal ruling. The legal ruling from their attorney indicated you cannot do that because you're going to open yourself up to massive litigation, period. I don't believe we can go any further because there's not a quorum now.
We don't have a quorum. We can't proceed.
Once again, I want to apologize. This is the second time that we had a scheduled meeting. Go ahead, Attorney Phelps. Listen, we're trying to do what's right here, okay? And some of these individuals are trying to play politics now for their own. This is absolutely ridiculous, ridiculous.
So, Mr. Mayor, there isn't a quorum now, which means that the teachers cannot be honored tonight. It also means that the items on the agenda, which include students traveling on field trips, will not be approved by this body. So who is hurt in those agenda items not being acted upon? Are the students, the principals are here?
The teachers, the administrators, and the Springfield public school system. They want to hide behind their opinions. We're telling you the facts. We're here for the system. They walked out again. They walked out again. Taxpayers pay their salaries, and they walked out again. They walked out again for their own self-interest. Self-interest. We have told you the facts. We have told you the facts. People are entitled to their opinion, and that is fine. But again, I feel terrible tonight because we have presentations. We're going to be honoring our teachers. But these school committee members, except for Mr. Collins, Mr. Murphy, and myself, we've stayed. They've left. So who's really trying to do what's best for our school system here? And I'm sorry that I'm going to pontificate on this, but I'm sick and tired on misinformation going out when we told you exactly what has occurred. We followed the process of the school committee, that they voted for this process, voted for the qualifications, and now want to change it midstream. Mr. Collins, and then we'll have...
We don't have a meeting.
Yeah.
The TV feed should be shut off.
Can I say something? Central High School has had an Air Force ROTC since its inception. Tomorrow, they've been invited for the first time in the history of the school to go to the world competition in New Jersey.
That's right.
We have spent enormous amounts of money to give them this opportunity. The vote was supposed to take place today.
That's right.
To send our kids to this once-in-a-lifetime deserved competition.
That's right.
Where does that stand now?
Where it stands, where the 4 school committee members walked out of the room.
You didn't get
They have left your students high and dry. They walked out.
So here's regardless of people's thoughts and beliefs, they're ready to go to represent the city against all the other ROTC competitors in the country tomorrow.
Yeah.
So we're saying that they cannot go?
Attorney Phelps, I don't know if you can rule. Tad, I'll let you go in a second. But the quorum, the majority of the school committee members, except for Mr. Collins, Mr. Murphy, and myself, have stayed to make sure that we respect the students, administrators, teachers, and the public, and the taxpayers. Those other school committee members decided that they wanted to leave. Attorney
I
Phelps?
certainly think if there was going to be a walkout or a boycott, that there could have been items with regards to approving field trips which
That's
are
right.
in the beginning of the agenda that would allow our students to go on those trips and enjoy the experience of educational experiences and the distinction of having been invited to the world. The walkout could have happened after that, but it happened before.
I ask of them, if they're still here, come back to the meeting, so our Central High School kids can be nationally recognized. Now I put the gauntlet down. Come back. Are you here for the kids or are you here for yourselves? Come back to the meeting now, and let's at least vote on the items here and not have our kids at Central High School and the other schools be hurt by this. So I say again, if any other school committee members who walked out of this scheduled meeting are still in the premises, we'd ask you to come back and at least vote on these matters before us. And as you see, Principal Tokar's indicating that these ROTC National Award winners here are going to be deprived of their trip.
With all due respect, Mr.
Yeah,
Mayor,
well-
and I love you, Tad, and I love the kids, and they ought to go. We can't violate the open meeting law. We don't have a quorum.
Yeah. I'm going to ask
We
one
can't
more.
continue.
I'm going to ask one more time before we have to unfortunately close this meeting. If there are any school committee members still in the building, one, to come back here so we can vote, so Central can go. They left. So who? Okay. So who put themselves first before our students, our teachers, our administrators? So, okay, Tad. I'm sorry. I don't know what we can do, Mindy, legally, or if they.
So
All right. See you guys.
Just let
Remember
you,
that.
Very sorry.
Just to let you know, they went to the National Air Force competition in Ohio. They, out of all of the commands throughout the country, they came in fourth, which gave them the opportunity to go to the world competition, which is tomorrow.
Well, they don't have the decency to stay to vote on this.
All right.
We can't do anything. We do not have a quorum. We are in violation of the open meeting law.
Let me just indicate, when I said nothing can be done, it's because nothing can be done because the members walked out. So again, had they stayed to vote on the
Just
3
vote
or
on it.
4
That's fine.
items regarding our students, these young men and women would have been able to go. But unless they come back tonight, it would have to have a 48-hour notice pursuant to the open meeting law for another meeting to be convened.
I would ask now if our secretary, Patty McCarthy, can text or get a hold of them saying, one of them to come back for the vote, because right now you have an angry room here.
We're in violation of
Yep.
the we can't do anything.
No.
When you don't have a quorum in the room, everything we say violates
Yeah.
the open meeting law.
Yeah. Well, it's just, Chris, I get it, but, some things have been said that are misinformation, and now we have to set the record. But I feel bad for the kids, our students. I want them to be able to go on this trip. If they, one. All we need is one. Is Peter Murphy still on?
Yes, I'm here, Mayor.
He's here.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, Murph, hold on. All right, we're gonna go into a couple-minute recess, please. Stay tuned. Thank you. Okay. Want to make sure. Okay.
We got to make sure Murph's on.
Yeah. Can we make sure that Attorney Murphy is on, please? Thank you. We're back from recess, and I want to thank School Committee member Barbara Gresham for coming back for our students to make these votes and for our teachers. So, Barbara, thank you very much for coming back. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Yes. And
Why don't we...
I do want to note that I'm doing this for the students because I love them.
Okay. Thank you, Barbara. Why don't we go to the voting items quickly, and then we'd like to be able to honor our teachers, and we'll see what happens at that point in time. But first, we'll go to approval of the minutes. Approve the minutes of the March 28, 2024 school committee meeting. Is there a motion?
I'm so moved.
Motion by Ms. Gresham. Is there a second? Second by Mr. Collins. Roll call vote is required. Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Ms. Monroe-Naylor, absent. Mr. Collins?
Yes.
Ms. Gresham?
Yes.
Ms. Hurst, absent. Attorney Murphy?
Yes.
Mr. Gonzalez, absent. Mayor Sarno?
Yes, more than sufficient vote. This matter passes. Thank you. Voting items. A is to approve Central High School students' field trip travel to Bridgeton, New Jersey on April 26, 2024, returning April 27, 2024 for the ROTC. Superintendent Warwick, I know Principal Tokars is here.
Thank you, Mayor. Principal Tokars, I know you're here with your staff. If you'd like to give us an overview.
Yeah, so
Thank you.
a couple weeks ago, ROTC went to the national competition for Air Force cadets. They came in 4th out of the whole country, which gave them the opportunity to be invited to compete at the World Games in New Jersey. We didn't find out that we got a slot until a week ago, and I want to thank Mrs. McCarthy for expediting the opportunity to get this on the agenda. So everything was paid. We used our funds, and they had fundraising money. So they are scheduled to go tomorrow if the school committee allows.
Thank you, Principal Tokars. Any questions or comments?
I move we approve.
Motion by Mr. Collins, or second, please.
Second.
Second by Ms. Gresham. Roll call.
Actually, can you let Mrs. Gresham make the motion? She
okay.
came back to
Oh,
save
okay.
the kids' trip.
Doesn't
Well,
matter.
Ms.
I would like
Gresham
to
make the
withdraw.
motion.
Would you make the motion?
So moved.
And second,
second.
seconded
Just trying
by...
to get in there, Mayor.
Yeah, I know. I'm going to give it to you. Seconded by Attorney Peter Murphy. Roll call vote is required. Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Ms. Monroe-Naylor, absent. Mr. Collins?
Yes.
Ms. Gresham?
Yes.
Ms. Hurst, absent. Attorney Murphy?
Yes.
Mr. Gonzalez, absent. Mayor Sarno?
Yes, more than sufficient vote. This matter passes. Good luck and congratulations.
Congratulations. Congratulations, kids. We're proud of you.
B is to approve the expenditure of $50,000 for the Massachusetts Department of Elementary and Secondary Education, DESE, for the FY 2024 Early College Planning Grant. Superintendent Warwick, please.
Thank you, Mayor. This has been through the subcommittee, and it's been approved. It's for us to get a grant in for this early college work. I recommend approval.
Any questions or comments?
No, I move we approve.
A motion made by Mr. Collins, or second?
Second.
Second by Ms. Gresham. Roll call vote is required. Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Ms. Monroe-Naylor, absent. Mr. Collins?
Yes.
Ms. Gresham?
Yes.
Ms. Hurst, absent. Attorney Murphy?
Yes.
Mr. Gonzalez, absent. Mayor Sarno?
Yes, more than sufficient vote. This matter passes. Thank you. C is to approve an expenditure of $17,000 for the Springfield from the Springfield Cultural Council for the Portrait of the Graduate Mural Project, which is going to be starting up, I believe, tomorrow.
Yes.
On it. So that was another big vote that we had to take. Superintendent Warwick, please.
Yeah, I recommend approval. This has been through the Budget and Finance Subcommittee. It's a great program.
Any questions or comments?
No, it had unanimous approval, so I make a motion that we approve.
Motion made by Mr. Collins, or second?
Second.
Second by Ms. Gresham. Roll call vote is required. Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Ms. Monroe-Naylor, absent. Mr. Collins?
Yes.
Ms. Gresham?
Yes.
Ms. Hurst, absent. Attorney Murphy?
Yes.
Mr. Gonzalez, absent. Mayor Sarno?
Yes, more than sufficient votes, this matter passes. Thank you very much. We're going to try to get our teachers, and again, I thank Ms. Gresham for being here. We're going to try to get our teachers in because you're at the time. So, informational items discussion. This is the 2024 Pioneer Valley Excellence in Teaching Awards. I'll turn it over to Superintendent Warwick for an opening, and then we'll list our teachers and give them awards, and I'm sure we'll have some comments on it. Superintendent Warwick, please.
This is my favorite meeting of the year. It's so great for us to honor our teachers. The teachers are the heart and soul of our school system. I taught for years. I know what you do day in and day out. And when I go around to all the buildings and visit the rooms, I'm just so proud to be able to work with you, with the great work you do day in and day out for our kids. And you're where the rubber meets the road and where things make a difference. And like I say, as I go and visit the classrooms across the city, I'm always so impressed with the great work of our teachers. So from the bottom of my heart, I know it's been a long night, but we're here to honor you and most importantly say thank you for your great work, and we appreciate you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart.
To Ms. Gresham or to Mr. Collins and Attorney Murphy, if you'd like to say a few words before we bring them all down, and the floor will be yours.
The teachers are the backbone. You know, they're where the rubber hits the road. They work with the children every day. They help. They deal with all of the emotion of the COVID, and they're just there. They never give up on the kids, and we're not going to give up on you.
I'll just.
Ms. Gresham?
Yes, ma'am. I would like to say congratulations to all the teachers. I know one in particular that I've worked with, and I know how well she loves the students and the passion she has for her students. So congratulations to all of you. I'm glad I came back for this.
Yeah, Attorney Murphy?
Thank you, Mayor. I just want to echo the comments of my colleagues and Mr. Warwick. You know, you guys are the backbone of the system, and all of my children went to the Springfield Public Schools. They had actually fantastic instruction, went on to great colleges, hopefully great jobs someday. And my son still goes to Putnam, and you know, I couldn't be more lucky. I feel incredibly blessed by the great work of all the teachers. And you know, I think a lot of times your work goes quite unheralded, and just sorry about what happened tonight and the delays, and I just want to say thank you.
Thanks, Murph. Before the teachers parade down the runway, my thanks to each and every one of you also, too. Is it difficult to teach in an urban setting? Yes. Is it impossible? No. And you prove it every day. You might not see that reward immediately with that young person, he or she, but down the road, somebody will put their arm around your shoulder and go, hey, you helped me out, that I'm doing well. And you can't put a price tag on that. We apologize for the delay. Again, I thank Ms. Gresham for coming back. And tonight is your Oscar night. And with that, we will move forward. And the first teacher, Balliet Preschool, is in the house. Marietta Dyer, preschool teacher. Come on down. Come on down. I see you got a crowd guy right over there, too. Yes, my husband. High school chemistry. Yeah, right, that's right. Okay. Oh. You got something else? Thank you. Thanks for what you do. We appreciate it.
Yes. It's so good to see you from Head Start. Yes, congratulations. Yes.
Congratulations. You get them when they're babies and you set them on the way.
How are you? Thank you.
Beal School's in the house. Joanne Facchini, elementary interventionist. Come on down.
Joanne, thank you so much. We appreciate you. Thanks.
Congratulations and thank you for all you do.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations so much.
Thank you so much.
Golden Eagles are in the house. Central High School. Seth Burt, who was grade 10 physics teacher. Come on down. Oh, Leanne,
We can do Seth Bird if you want.
oh, we got you.
We'll
It's
do
Seth
Seth
Burt.
Yeah, we can do
It's okay?
We can. Well, a little out of order.
That's okay. Well, who is ready to go? We'll bring it. Okay.
Okay,
All right, there he is.
excellent. Always ready. Here's Seth Bird. Here's Seth Bird. Seth Bird?
Seth?
Is this Seth?
Oh, Brian. Okay. Brian Pastore. Okay.
Another Central, Brian Pastore?
Who is it?
Just give us 1 second, Brian. Brian, thank you so much. We appreciate you. Thank you.
Congratulations and thank you for all you do.
Seth Bird?
Chris Keo.
Is it Seth Bird?
I gotta get. Oh,
Chris Keogh? Chris Keogh.
okay. I'm gonna get back to Brookings. Don't worry. That's fine. Congratulations. Thank you very much.
Chris, we appreciate you. Thank you for what you do.
Can I do a quick change?
Congratulations and thank you for all you
Principal
do.
Tokars. Brookings School, Deanne Kendall, elementary computer science teacher. She was next. I see you waiting there too. I apologize. That was my. Thank you.
Leanne, congratulations.
Thanks,
We
Leanne.
appreciate you. And thank you. Oh, thank you, Leanne.
Okay. All right.
Thank you and congratulations.
Seth first.
Seth.
Okay. Seth.
Excellent. And this, can you have that?
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Seth, thank you. We appreciate you. Thank you.
You have
Congratulations.
Christopher Key. Wait a minute.
Nope. Up next is Mary Plant.
Yeah, okay, wait a minute. And I'm glad to see my former CAFO, TJ Plant, did an outstanding job here. He's gone to the private sector now. But I know you're not having a lot of fun in Brockton. I'll tell you right now. But we have this lovely wife. The daughters are here too. Katie Plant. Katie?
Katie, thank you. We appreciate you. Thanks for what you do every
We'll
day.
get back on par now.
Thank you and congratulations.
Thanks, Katie. Okay, Tad's going to accept this one.
Okay. Tad, all right. I think Principal Tokars is going to accept this. Rebecca Rowland. She is a high school EEL teacher. She's unable to attend. Tad, congratulations to her. Okay.
Thanks for stepping with us. So sorry.
Thank you, Mr. Tokar.
Dryden Elementary School is in the house. Caitlin Eaton, grade 4 ELA teacher. Caitlin, thank you very much and congratulations. Thank you.
Caitlin, thank you for what you do. We appreciate you.
Any relation to the Eaton family, Teddy Eaton? No. Okay, there's not. Congratulations.
Thank you and congratulations.
Oh, I'm giving you
Duggan Academy's in the house. I know Principal Mike Calvanese is here. Lisa Parent, high school math teacher. Come on down. you. I'm doing well. Congratulations. Thank you very much. We have something else for you there, too.
Lisa, thank you so much. We appreciate what you do every day. Thank you so much.
Congratulations, and thank you for all you do.
Harena Community School is here. Desiree Garcia, kindergarten teacher. I don't know if Principal Escobano is here, but Desiree Garcia. Oh. I see you brought your bodyguard over here too, huh? Hey, Shin, how are you? Tell your sister I said hello too. Tell your sister I said hello.
We appreciate you. Thanks.
Good to see you.
How you been?
Congratulations, and thank you for all you do. Thank you.
Harena Community School is back in the house. Mel Whitham, I'm sorry. Elementary science teacher. Come on down. I apologize. Thank you very much for what you do. Thank you. Thanks for your patience.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, Mel.
Appreciate
Thank
what
you.
do every day. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Congratulations, and thank
Kensington International School, Megan Chisholm, an elementary math instructional leadership specialist. Come on down. Yeah.
Be careful of the wire.
Congratulations and thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you for what you do. Thank you so much. Be careful. I don't want to lose you.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, what? So who, no, you're good.
Congratulations.
She's not only prompt, she's early. Oh, no, we have Meg. Wait a minute. Carrie, wait a minute, Carrie.
Wait a second, Carrie.
We got to make a switcheroo.
A little switcheroo.
Oh, you keep that. We take that.
Megan.
You
I'll
take
be
that.
Megan. That's fine. I'll be Megan.
Well, I mean,
Megan.
Megan Chisholm, here she is, right here. Kensington School. Thank you, Megan. Thank you very much. We're trying to go by the list.
congratulations and thank you.
Thank you. Kensington International School again. Carrie Keenan, preschool teacher.
Yep.
Carrie? Oh, Carrie, we got Carrie.
Now we're on Kelsey Carnivale.
Okay. Kelsey, yeah, it's okay. Milton Bradley School's in the house. Kelsey Carnivale, elementary MML teacher. Kelsey, come on down. And Madam Principal, it's good to see you too. Thank you very much for what you do.
Kelsey, thank you very much. We appreciate what you do every day. Thank you.
Congratulations, and thank you.
High School Science Technology in the house. I know Principal Lalim is here. Aretha Sanders, high school video production teacher. Hey Aretha, how you doing? Congratulations on it. Thank you.
Thank you so much. We appreciate what you do. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Yeah. Springfield High School, Lisa Merriweather, high school counselor. Oh, Lisa's not here? Accepting on her behalf. Yeah. Lisa. Thank you, Kim. My old classmate, too. Springfield Public Day Elementary. This must be Richard Jacobson, elementary phys ed teacher.
Excellent.
Mr. Jacobson, thank you very much and congratulations.
Congratulations.
Springfield Public Schools District. Helena Sullivan, physical therapist. Thank you again, Helena. Good to see you. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Helena, thank you so much. We appreciate what you do every day. Thank you.
Okay, my old alma mater, too, White Street School. Jessica White, grade 4. Come on down. Jessica, thank you very much and congratulations. And right behind her, White Street School, Caitlin Bouldry, first grade MLL teacher.
And the new teacher award.
Oh, wait a minute. Dun, 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 dun. The new teacher award.
Thank you.
Thank you and congratulations.
Okay.
Siobhan, how are you?
Siobhan, how you doing? How's the rest of the crew doing? Family okay? Okay. Thanks for Okay.
All right.
We got done all the way up to
Yeah. Why don't we? Okay. Barbara, I know you have to leave. You're going to leave for another engagement?
Yes.
Okay. All right. First of all, Ms. Gresham, the meeting went longer than we expected. Ms. Gresham does have to leave for another engagement. I want to thank her immensely for coming back so we can get those crucial votes done and to honor our teachers. To the other individuals and groups to present, or the updates we're going to get on good work going on in our school, we'll move it to our next agenda. But again, thank you everybody for watching. Yes, thank you. There's motion to adjourn, second by Ms. Gresham. Roll call vote is required. Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Ms. Barno-Naylor, absent. Mr. Collins?
Yes.
Ms. Gresham?
Yes.
Ms. Hurst, absent. Attorney Murphy?
Yes.
Mr. Gonzalez, absent. Mayor Sarno?
Yes, more than sufficient votes, this matter passes. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening and good health, and God bless. Thank you.
Thank you.
Barbara,
All right,
thank
see you guys. Thanks very much.